I was like, mommy, cuckoo kill me, cuckoo kill me. It's the absolute ghetto. Hello J Squad, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're seeing this face for the first time, my name is Jamila and I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based here in Nairobi, Kenya. Please consider joining the family, like, subscribe, share with your friends if you enjoyed this video. Now that we have that out of the way, I'm going to give you guys some tips and things I wish I knew when I was giving birth. You guys didn't tell me. You guys that have kids did not tell us. Hey, let me tell you guys what happened after I gave birth. Like things I did not see coming. Things I didn't see coming. I was like, wow. So number one is the blood. It will be flowing like rivers of Babylon. You thought your period was heavy. Girl, after having a baby, oh my gosh, it's like the floodgates are open. You need those gigantic mammoth pads that you use after childbirth. Don't mind me. You need a pad. But I also got like some lady childbirth products that kind of look like adult diapers. They are almost the same with adult diapers, but maybe they are just a little bit smaller. So I feel like that worked better for me because I didn't have to change pads or change or insert pads. So it was more comfortable for me because it was a pull-up situation. So I just pulled up when I needed it, and then when it was full, I would just take it off and pull up another one. So I felt the pull-up game was much better for me. The second one is your first pee and poop. Like a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, it's so painful. I had this intense burning sensation. It was so painful when I needed to poop. But people like us, God had mercy on us. As in, I felt like God's favorite for a minute because my own was not too painful. It was, yeah, I felt some pressure, like it was, yeah, a lot was going on down there. But I felt like, wow, this is not as bad as I thought it would be. So I got lucky because I've heard people say that it was crazy for them. So that one, you might get lucky like me. So that one wasn't too bad. Another thing that I didn't know much about was like actual breastfeeding. Like reading about breastfeeding, doing research on breastfeeding is very different from when you experience it. Oh my God, I didn't know that it was like that too. Number one is when your baby latches onto your nipples. I didn't know that it was painful. Before my baby latches on, I'll take some deep breaths. I'll be like, because I know that pain is coming. So I looked it up online and people were like, oh, it's a tingling sensation. My own was not a tingling sensation, no. It was like sparks, electrical sparks. It was like it was painful because I wasn't producing quite as much. And then to make things worse, one of my breasts decided that they would go on sabbatical. I'm not prepared for this. I came here to enjoy life. I'm not here pumping milk for you every 1 hour. No. So the breast just decided to stop producing. It was producing only 10 mil. It was producing about 150 mil at a time at one pumping session. Then it reduced to 10 mil only. It's called lazy boob syndrome, that one of your boobs can just decide not to be doing its job. I was like, wow. So we are stuck with just one, and that one was producing 150 mil, 200 mil, but that wasn't really enough for my baby. What nobody tells you is how mentally exhausting breastfeeding is, because I was constantly thinking about how to produce milk, what to take, things to do, times to pump, when should I pump, should I pump now, should I pump more, should I increase my pumping schedule, what should I take? Like you think, you worry so much because you want to feed your baby, but if you are not producing enough, oh my gosh, please do yourself a favor and go and buy formula. I know that people say breastfeeding is best, this is best, but if you can't produce enough, please supplement with breast milk. That was what I ended up doing because what I was producing was just not enough to sustain her. So I had to, so we're doing 70% breast milk and 30% formula. With time, we adjusted, but I felt so guilty when I had to get formula, but I had to go to Instagram and like, please, what are you guys doing? So some moms inbox me and say, see, just buy formula, do yourself a favor and buy formula, and I'm thankful for them. So now I'm a feed your baby is best advocate. If you don't have breast milk or you're not producing enough, please do yourself and your baby a favor and buy formula that will work for your baby. Another one I had not experienced was mastitis. Like, you know, all the things you think about breast is like soft, succulent, nice, pillowy. Mastitis is like, nah, your boobs will be rock solid, like they will feel like rocks, they will be so heavy, and like this, the pain is intense. So I had to run to my doctor. She was like, you need to express the milk, you need to express the milk. So even though the boobs were painful, I had to like try and express some milk so that I could get some relief. Then you take some painkillers and with time you will feel better. But you might get it a couple of times, because I did get it like a couple of times. The early newborn stage, babies don't really feed that much, so your breast might become engulfed. So another thing I didn't know was like the contraction of your uterus. I didn't know that one was another thing entirely. Anyway, I'm just telling you guys now that when you're being ushered into motherhood, they give you a starter pack. And the starter pack is filled with pain, different levels of pain. They'll be like, take your starter pack or more. You are breastfeeding, you are trying to poop, your uterus will be doing like this. It will be contracting and it's so painful. I'm like, hey, is there no end to these different types of pain? Then if you did omugo like I did, my mom came around. Like omugo is the aftercare that they give a new mom when you just have a baby. It's like Nigerian tradition. I think it's a lot of people in West Africa and other countries do it as well. So my mom came around. That omugo stage is bloody. They will be giving you hot food, hot pepper soup, hot yam porridge, hot tea, hot pap, hot everything hot. You will feel like a fire-breathing dragon by the time they are done with you. You are not allowed to drink cold water. You see all your mineral, your soft drink, your soda, juice, all those things, they will say, no, don't drink it. Hi! And then when it's time to take a bath as a new mom, and your mom is there to help you, oh my God, they will use hot water, hot towel that she can't stand. She will put the hot towel inside hot water. She can't touch it, or she will just pick it up by the tail end, and then she will use it to massage my body. I was like, mommy, cuckoo kill me, cuckoo kill me. It was so painful. I was like, is there no end to this suffering? Another thing is that I feel like Kim Kardashian and other celebrities owe all of us an apology, because you see, they have like snap back as soon as you have your baby. 3 weeks after, you're like bam bam bam. It's not like that though. It is not like that. Let me tell you, like, your life changes so much after a baby that the last thing on your mind will be how to snap back. There's no time to be snapping back anything. Even though my recovery was really good, I'm very grateful to God for that. But please don't start rushing into, oh, let me get myself back to size 8. It might not happen. It might just not happen for you. Another part that I feel you guys should know, you already know, is that tying of the tummy thing after giving birth. So my mom was around, so she used to tie this big wrapper around my waist, and she would tie it very, very well. If I complain and say, oh, this thing is tight, she will be like, leave it like that so that your body will recover, so that it will push out everything and it will help your uterus to contract. I was like, okay, no problem. Tie. You will tie it so tight that you will be like this, and then your boobs will now be on top. This is how you will be walking around. Gosh, that waist training time was a difficult one for me. One of those days, I could literally feel myself passing out. I don't even want flat tummy again. Even if my tummy is big like this, I don't care. Just let me have some relief. So I took it off and rested for that day. But the next day, we were back to the waist training thing. Another giant one that I feel like we should talk about is postpartum sex. And I'm talking about 6-8 weeks down the line. I'm not saying immediately after birth, because oh my God, postpartum sex is for the dogs. It's the absolute ghetto. Pain, so painful. So I heard if you had a vaginal birth and your doctor had sewn you up nicely, did a good job, when you get back on the grind, you feel like you're starting all over again. You feel like this is your first sexual experience, because hey, you will now be asking yourself, did the baby actually come out of here, or am I dreaming? Because like when everything was over, I was asking myself, who did this to us women? Why are we suffering all the time? Why is everything so painful? But I'm here to tell you that it gets better with time. It gets better with time. So just take it in as part of the experience. So if I don't talk about anything else, I have to talk about the perks, the actual perks of breastfeeding, that give you birth and everything. You're period free for the first time in your life. Can you imagine, ladies? Like, there's a time that you don't have to worry about bleeding. I'm sure like the body is like, you've been through enough, madam, let me not add period to it. So you have some time to rest. I heard that some people that the period comes back after 2 months. I'm like, why? But that does not mean you cannot get pregnant. So please don't go and show yourself. Use all the contraceptives you need to use, because these kids are very sneaky. Don't do too much and get pregnant again, because some of you are fertile ground. Once somebody touches you before, someone cannot play with some of you. You will just get pregnant. So please use all contraceptives, regardless of if you are exclusively breastfeeding, because there are all these things that people say, oh, once you're exclusively breastfeeding and doing everything, that you will not get pregnant. You might just be one of those people also. Please play safe, be careful. One thing I need to talk about is that no amount of explanations no amount of explanations can prepare you for how much your life will change after a baby, especially your first baby. It's round the clock. You're changing diapers, you're breastfeeding, you're taking care of baby, your body's recovering. You will not even be able to keep track of anything else going on outside of baby. I used to see people when they have babies, they post pictures of their babies, they talk about their babies, they talk about weaning, breastfeeding, postpartum, this, that. So for an outsider, you feel like they're doing too much. But when you have a baby, like the baby takes over everything. If you're a highly productive person, please be easy on yourself, because your productivity level will just nosedive, because you're just busy doing baby stuff. Listen, motherhood is a job on its own. You are also doing something. You are being productive. Never mind, don't feel like you're not doing anything. You are being productive. You're taking care of a baby, and that is a lot. So new moms, please be kind to yourself, because your life has changed. All the time you used to have to pursue your personal projects, forget about it. If you are even able to take your bath and clean your house small, you have tried. A lot of things happen to you. A lot of things happen to your body. A lot of things happen to your mind. Sometimes you feel like you can't even recognize yourself because you're doing so much. So it's very normal, and get help if you need help. Please, I would really advocate for getting help or seeking therapy if you need, because I'll not even lie, this is so much. There's so much going on. We've come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, comment, share, tell me what you think, tell me what you experienced. If your experience was different from mine, please leave everything in the comment section. I would love to read from you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more.